Hi everyone, I'm Liz, and today I'm going to tell you about how I plan to advocate for domestic violence. So, my ultimate goal while advocating for domestic violence is to make sure that victims and survivors know that there are services available to them that can help them either recover from their situation or get out of their situation and away from their abusers. There are a number of services out there that are available to victims and survivors, and they may just not know about them because people don't talk about them enough, or they're sort of secretive so that if victims are still with their abusers, they won't necessarily find out. But I'm just going to tell you about a few that are available to them. Shelters provide temporary housing for victims who are escaping an abusive situation or have recently become homeless because of their abusive situation. The staff there really try to create a safe and communal environment where victims can talk to each other in a safe space where they know that they aren't in any immediate danger. The staff can also provide any further assistance that victims may need, such as more permanent housing, childcare, counseling services, or legal help. There are support groups available for victims as well as survivors. Connecting with other people who have experienced similar situations creates a sense of community, and it helps victims know that they're not alone and that they are not the only people who have ever gone through something like this. Being able to speak openly and free of judgment about abuse really helps victims to stop blaming themselves, recover from emotional trauma, and heal every part of themselves that have been affected by domestic violence. Domestic violence hotlines are a quick and easy way for victims to let someone know that they are experiencing abuse. There are national as well as local hotlines that offer free and confidential assistance 24/7. In addition to the phone numbers, there are websites associated that help keep search histories very discreet. That way, if someone who is a victim of domestic violence is being monitored online, then their abuser will not know that they have visited such a site. These hotlines are very helpful because they can offer a listening ear, and they can also provide victims with information and services that are in their specific area. Now I'm going to tell you a little bit about why we as people and as citizens should care about this specific issue of domestic violence. I feel that if the general public were more aware of domestic violence and what it is and the type of threats that it poses to victims and their families and their children, that we can be better as a whole community and we can help people who are victims of abuse. And in order to do that, I really want to start locally here in my hometown. So I plan to reach out to my local state representative. My hope is that if I can get word about support groups and organizations that are available to victims of domestic violence just here locally in my hometown, that we can help it spread and make sure that more and more people know about these services. And I could do that by starting a Facebook page that lists all of those services in the area. Or I could print up some flyers and post them at my local grocery store or other businesses in hopes that victims of domestic violence see them and know that there's help and that they can get help, and hopefully they will look into those services. And that is more of in the meantime, because there are actually plans to build a community center here in my hometown, and I feel that that's a really great place to start and to get things going underway, that I can make sure there are groups and organizations and classes available that can really inform people about domestic violence, but also that can provide help to victims and survivors. And I really just think that if we all just do our best and we talk about it more, we keep the conversation going about domestic violence, then maybe little by little we can put a stop to it, maybe in just my local area, but hopefully spreading around Maine and at least eliminating domestic violence here in my home state.